in 2020, with the expanded voting rights that the Virginia legislature put in place, I have no evidence that there were people in 2020 that were had their rights to vote restricted. But I also have seen no evidence of any major level of voter fraud take place in Georgia, in Texas, in Florida, where the Republican legislatures in each of those states have said, we need to come in and cut back voting rights because of voter fraud. There's been no evidence presented, and I would challenge you or anyone else, show me that evidence. What has driven you to so dramatically restrict voting rights? I think, as Chris Krebs, Donald Trump's director of cybersecurity, said, the 2020 election was the safest, most secure election in our nation's history. So what has generated all this backlash other than Donald Trump's big lie? And there are very few issues that concern me as much about the future of our democracy as this one. So that number one. Number two, I think there needs to be appropriate oversight on any counting of ballots. And we should debate about how that works in terms of early count. In many places, the early count was requested by both sides because you don't want, if you've got 50% of your people voting early, taking you a week to get the results because you can't start counting until Election Day. But putting in place appropriate oversight of that counting process, I think is absolutely correct. What concerns me, and again, I go back to the Georgia law in particular, and what has been proposed in Texas, is where suddenly you are giving partisan local governments or state governments the ability to come in and throw out an election if they don't like the results, or giving a local registrar or election official, oftentimes partisan, the ability to arbitrarily choose what election results to put forward. I find that extraordinarily troubling, and whether it's done by Republicans or done by Democrats. And if there are ways that we can make S1 better on oversight on early counting, I'm wide open for that. But Joe, to do that, you got to actually debate the bill. And I don't, at least I hope I could be surprised, but as we look at it today, I'm not sure we're even going to be able to get on the bill to start debating it.